Hi, parents, visitors, guests. Thank you for checking in and supporting this. This is my first ever video newsletter. Hopefully, I'll be doing this every single week. Um, Most of you said that you were fine with having a video newsletter, so I think I'll try this every week. It's a good way for me to see you face to face, well, face to computer, but it's a good way for you to see me and see what's going on in the classroom, hear what your children are doing and learning every week. We've had a great start to the year. I finally feel like I'm getting to know the kids, and I'm listening to them read every day and watching them write and watching how they do math problems. And I'm really finding out more about how they learn every single day. We did a personality test this week to find out what smarts they are. And some are nature smart, some are music smart, some are art smart. So it was kind of fun to see how they feel like they learn best. And that's my goal, is to kind of personalize their instruction here. So they learn best by what they like. They're second graders, so they have wiggles, they like to move, they like to hear music and dance. So I try to hit on that a little bit every day. This week we started word sorts. I apologize to those of you that were a little confused as to what rules I meant on that homework sheet. When I say rules, I mean things like digraphs, blends, long A, short A, or short or long vowels. So look for those patterns, and I'm working with your children on a daily basis to recognize those patterns. And like I mentioned in the correspondence before, each student has an individualized spelling list. So they're not all getting the same words, and that's done on purpose. Each student comes to me at a different level, at a different spelling accuracy rate. They all spell words differently. So it was my job to figure out where they were slowly, having trouble with certain areas, and really target those areas so they're really, really good spellers. I'm also working on strategies that they can use when they read and write to figure out words, which I think will help them. In reading, we are doing the Daily Five. I think I mentioned that probably in our open house packet and probably in a newsletter, I think, last week. That is going so well. We are up to 20 minutes on our stamina. You can ask your child this weekend, I hope you do, about their stamina, and they should be able to tell you what that is. We started off at 3 minutes, built our way up minute by minute, and we have hit 20 minutes. The last couple of minutes are a little challenging right now. I'm still trying to get all my kids on board with the 20 minutes, but we are just about there. In writing, we've done, I think writing for about 15 minutes is our stamina top off right there. I want to build everything to 20 minutes. That time has allowed me to start pulling kids individually, listening to them read. So I've actually started hearing some reading. We're setting goals. So each child that I pull, I meet with them and we talk about what things they think they do well when they read. Do you sound out words really well? Do you look at the pictures when you read? And we're talking about strategies and the things that they think they might want to work on. So if a child comes to me and has trouble figuring out words and decoding words, I might suggest using a note card or their finger to track along and to sound out the word. So we really are focusing on individual goals for the students. They all are going to have a different goal. And then once I start seeing patterns, if I've got 3 or 4 kids who need help with sounding out words, I'll make them one group and we'll work as a group on sounding out words and really focusing on that. If some students are having trouble with comprehension, I'll have a comprehension group that I focus on. If one group has problems with fluency, I'll work with them on fluency. So I really want to individualize this instruction for them. They don't all read at the same level. They don't all need the same strategies and topics and ideas that everyone else does. So as individual as I can get it, I'm going to do that. I'm trying to incorporate the same concept in math. So far we've done math with someone, and that's partner math. I was a little hesitant to start with that. They proved me wrong. They were perfect. They worked together on their math. They helped their partners. They taught their partners. They learned from their partners, and they did really, really well. Next week, I will start pulling individual students and looking at their math skills individually. So far, they have blown me away with their math skills. They've knocked out money. Money was one of our objectives from the Common Core, and they all 100% accuracy on the little 6-question quiz that I gave them. And we are continuously reinforcing money with bets bucks. you'll hear them mention Bet's Bucks, I hope. They earn Bet's Bucks daily. If I see kids on task, I'll come around with dollar bills and give them Bet's Bucks. And then the opposite is true. If I have kids off task, they might get a warning or a strike that will lead to a fine. Um, it's a great system. It's an economy system. It's really teaching your students hands-on money concepts. They're learning real-world concepts. Paying money, having to earn money, all of that goes hand in hand. They'll get a chance to visit my store next week and buy some items in my store. So don't forget, if you have extra Happy Meal toys or books or old games, if you're cleaning out a closet this week and doing some fall cleaning, I would love to have any toys that you have or could bring in. The kids will love it. We have a pretty substantial size store right now, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, again, if you're cleaning out anything, just don't leave our classroom off your to give list. We would love to take anything. Books for our library also. So thank you that way. The last thing I wanted to mention were behavior charts. I did send home behavior charts today in your child's folder, so please check that this weekend. I went through each child's folder and I actually checked off areas that they had awesome stuff this week. Leadership skills, effort, participation. If they did well each day in that, I gave them a check mark. Some students had some problems in some areas, and they did have strikes, and you'll see strikes with a little 1 or a 2 if that's their second strike. And I did write some comments at the bottom, just letting you know what went on that week. If you have any questions, any concerns, please email me, call me, whatever it may be. Send a note on Monday. I will get back to you as soon as I can, just to let you know what's going on in class. I think that's a good way for students to see their behavior on a weekly basis. They have access to that chart every single day, so they constantly know whether they have a strike or they have a check mark for whatever it might be. So try to reinforce that at home as well, and that would definitely help out in class. I think that's all for today. That's all I have in my video newsletter. If you have any questions, comments, calls, check my email, my website. There is a contact me button. My phone number is the school's phone number. My extension is 104. That's our room number. I did want to mention one last thing, the Poetry Cafe today. I hope your children do come home and mention the Poetry Cafe. It was an amazing experience. On Fridays, we do not have a special. Instead, I decided to do what I call Poetry Cafe. They walked into a room that was dimly lit. I had little LED candles on every table, and we read poetry. The poems that they were working on every night with you, the squirrel poems, I gave them a choice. They could read that poem aloud, or they could read their 5 senses poem. It's a poem they wrote at school this week. But they got in a chair in front of everybody. They read, and when they were finished, we all snapped for them. I did have some soft jazz playing as well. So next week, I hope that you do get to come, and I will invite you to come to our Poetry Cafe and hear how well these students read their poems. It shows that their work, reading them at home every night, helped. Their fluency was amazing. I mean, I think those kids could have read those poems without a sheet in front of them, but they read them flawlessly. Every word was said correctly. They read them with expression. They were excited about it. And it was a silly, funny poem, but that's the point. They read a silly word, a fun word, and they say it well, and they get excited about it. It makes them want to read more fun things. So I will send another one home on Monday. Be looking for that, and please encourage their reading at home. It helps greatly in the classroom. I see a huge difference in kids that practice reading nightly, whether it be a cereal box, a comic book, a magazine, anything. I'm a reader, so read whatever you have available. Whatever is at hand, read it. But I think that's all for today. Again, questions, comments, just check in. We'd love to have you in the classroom as well. I will see you again. Have a fabulous weekend. It should be gorgeous weather. Thanks.